Please, please do not touch that. It is very hot. It's not hot. You're fear-mongering right now. It's glowing red. Oh, you mean more liberal propaganda? Oh, okay. Oh, but I wanted this. Wait, what? Trump told us this would happen. It's actually a test of who's strong and who's not. Do you want some ice for that? Do I want some ice? Are you a socialist? Your skin is peeling. You don't understand that I have to do this now so that things will be better later. Okay, but you're crying right now too. These are tears of freedom.
Anybody who tells you when the government is divided they can't get anything done, just look at Michigan. Gretchen just signed her 7th budget. That's with Republicans controlling the House. And what a budget it is. This is going to help millions of people. First and foremost, free meals for students. 1.4 million students in public schools are going to get free meals. That's going to put $1,000 back into parents' pockets per child per year. And yes, Democrats and Republicans voted on it. In fact, you want to know how many Republicans voted no to feeding kids? 0. Because she made it impossible for them to say no. Then there's the biggest investment in education in Michigan's history. Things like smaller classes, literacy support, teachers' pay. While other states are out here banning books, Michigan is making sure kids can read them. And then there's the tax cuts. We're talking eliminating taxes on overtime, tips, and Social Security, putting $3,800 back into the pockets of over 650,000 families in Michigan. See how that works? No tax cuts for private jets, no, tax cuts for working families. They're also protecting healthcare. While other politicians across this country are trying to cut Medicaid, Whitmer was like, no. And protected coverage for over 2 million Michiganders. This will also keep rural hospitals open because to let people die to score political points is absolutely psychotic. Oh, we can't forget, fix the damn roads. Yeah. Imagine running on a campaign promise and actually keeping it. Wild thought. Yes, a $2 billion infrastructure commitment to fixing Michigan's roads. And why is this extra powerful? Well, because Michigan is a purple state, a deep purple state. I mean, Biden has won it. Trump has won it. They could easily wring their hands and say, I'm sorry, we're too divided. We can't get anything done. But Gretchen said, absolutely not. Not on my watch. She didn't water down her agenda or accept some weak compromise. No, she got kids fed, schools funded, tax cuts for those who need it, healthcare protected, the roads fixed. She got all of it. All of it. Not some of it, not part of it, all of it. Because it turns out when you're good at governing, you can actually get shit done. That helps real people. And she just...
Trump's tariffs have brought in so much money that we're all gonna get a reward check. Get on, you stupid lib. Okay, you window licker. First of all, the money was not brought in. The money was already fucking here. You know why? Because it's your goddamn money. Which brings me to my second point, which is that you insufferable freezer temp IQ dumb motherfuckers are cheering to get a fraction of your own goddamn money back. Because you know, Cletus, I'd love a $600 check, but you know what I'd love more? To not have lost $2,400 in the first fucking place, which is how much his tariffs have cost the average American. So while you stupid motherfuckers are cheering for an $1,800 net loss so far, the felonious Fanta-flavored fuckwit did 2 things. One, he gave all his billionaire buddies a giant tax cut. And the second thing he did is he convinced all of you insufferable fuckwits to cheer for a tax hike that only applies to you. Because guess what? The billionaires don't feel the difference between having $1,800 and not having it.
I live in a pretty red area in the state of Wisconsin, which means I have a number of friends who consider themselves MAGA. And I think the MAGA leadership and MAGA faithfuls are different groups of people. Because the MAGA faithfuls that I know, they're not driven by hate, at least the ones I know. They're driven by fear. They want the same things that the rest of us do. The chance to live their lives, raise their families, and have a little dignity. They were told that the reason that they were struggling is because of someone else. Immigrants, poor people, teachers, or the government. But those weren't the people who shipped their jobs overseas, raised their rents, or gutted their pensions. The real problem wasn't their neighbors. It was the people who profited from turning them against their neighbors. Now, the policies that promised freedom and control haven't delivered either. They just handed more power to the same corporations and billionaires who wrote the rules in the first place. The movement that said it would stand up for working Americans ended up protecting the wealth of people who don't even live in their communities. But now what I see is a lot of people that feel stuck because deep down they can see it. And it takes courage to say, we were misled. It takes even more courage to admit that people you were told to blame weren't your enemies at all. But honestly, that's the first step towards something real. The truth is, nobody gets their dignity back by tearing someone else's down. We get it back by standing up for each other and demanding an economy and a government to do the same.
as long as others are suffering, I believe it's good for me. That's all ideology behind MAGA. So it's Anthony. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and ensure you leave your comment in the comment section so that we can engage in discussions. And I've been receiving hateful comments from MAGA Republicans, and that means that we are doing something great over here. Let's not lose the spirit. Let's continue wavering on, and the midterms, I believe, will be nice to us. So let's continue watching and commenting and engaging in these dialogues.
It's really not funny, but all you can do is laugh. The government is shut down. People that depend on it may not get their SNAP or WIC in November, and MAGA folks are saying, good! The America First folks are saying, f*** you, to the military families that depend on it, the elderly, the people who work and still need help. They don't want their tax dollars going to them. But they're just fine with their tax dollars going to corporations, so the corporations can pay wages so low that their employees still need help to eat. What kind of sense does that make? Government is shut down, and the East Wing is coming down to make room for a Gilded Age ballroom. Let them eat cake indeed. But Trump is paying for that himself. No taxpayer money involved. $250 million of his own money. And he's getting $22 million from a settlement with YouTube that'll go towards it. So it's just a coincidence that he's also demanding $230 million from the government for pain and suffering or something. And that would come from taxpayers. And my senator, Tommy Tuberville, says that's fine. Taxpayers fund a lot of things, he says. That's just politics. Republicans have every branch. Government is shut down, and they are blaming Democrats, saying the left is demanding free health care for illegal immigrants. Bitch, you can't be serious. We can't even get cheaper health care for Americans. And you believe they're demanding free health care for undocumented immigrants? It's not funny, but you have to laugh because it's so damn stupid. The America First folks don't even want to help Americans. But y'all think the hang-up is on non-citizens? We know y'all don't want to help Americans. But y'all believe the left is demanding free health care for immigrants? It's all a joke. It's not funny, but you can't help but laugh.
I just saw a video of a Trumper on here. You've probably seen it. And he's basically like, I voted for Trump. These tariffs are killing me as a small business owner. I need some help. Some Democrats in the comments are trolling him, of course. And someone commented like, I love this for you. And the Trumper replied via video. And he was like, oh, you love this for me, blah, blah, blah. What the fuck did you expect? We told you this and we got called elitist. We told you the impact tariffs have on the economy and you were like, you guys think you're so smart? This is basic knowledge. So the guy makes the video back and he's like, I knew Trump was gonna tariff. I thought it would push people to build in the USA. I'm gonna explain this to you like you're 5. Have you ever watched Shark Tank, okay? And a product's on there and the sharks go, why is it so expensive? And the person goes, it's made in the USA. Why do you think they say that? Why do you... Everything's more expensive in the United States. That's why we get things internationally. And as a small business owner, I'm surprised you don't know that. You didn't think this would start a trade war, huh? Like last time? And last time was significantly less than all the tariffs he's doing this time. Like, you don't get to play victim, okay? You were warned, you ignored it. Now you're paying the consequences for voting without knowing how things work.
I voted for him for lower grocery prices. He promised me cheaper prices on groceries. And that has not happened. Not only has that not happened, I am getting my food stamps taken. I am getting my cash assistance taken. I am getting my Section 8 taken. I am getting all my welfare governments taken. I did not ask for this. Yes, I would not have voted for him if I knew this was going to happen.
Do you know what drives me insane about these people that say that if I would have known, I wouldn't have voted for him, or I did not vote for that? Yes, you did. The first thing that bothers me is, yes, you did. You see, you voted for those things. You just thought it would happen to someone else. You were perfectly fine with other people losing programs, losing things that would benefit them. You just didn't think it would touch you. You thought you were safe from losing these programs. And the other part is they say they didn't know. Bullcrap. Bullcrap. The left, independents, lots of different economic experts, doctors, scientists have been screaming about all the horrible things that Donald Trump would do. We told you about Project 2025. We told you how many times his name was listed in Project 2025. And we told you how many of his own staffers were in there as well or helped write it. But you guys didn't believe us. You guys said fake news. We tried to warn you. You didn't either want to listen, or your bigotry and your racism, your homophobia, and your sexism didn't allow you to see what was coming. So the bed that you made, you now have to lie on. The sad thing is that so many of us are in the same bed with you, but we didn't vote that way. We knew that these things were going to happen. We knew that this was going to cause havoc for everybody. And look, I'm sorry for you. I feel horrible that you're going to lose all these benefits, but you did vote for this. So if you want something to change, I suggest you call your congressperson and tell them to put a leash on Donald Trump and stop him in Congress. I suggest instead of just coming on this app and whining and complaining about what you yourself created, you call your representative and do something about it. Otherwise, we here on the left and independent, we don't care. We warned you. All my love.
It's so mind-boggling that a lot of these MAGA people will actually think that some jobs don't deserve a living wage or respect. And it's if you want to live in a happy, functioning society where people are doing good and it's safe and there's not stressors everywhere, that's just the fundamental part of it. People are at least going to need a living wage, like everybody. And we refuse to get there in this country. We just think certain people deserve to struggle. That mindset needs to just kick the bucket if we actually want to do better.
What the healthcare system should do is not just pay the bills. We should make you so healthy that you flourish in life and you want to engage the workplace. Getting America back to work full speed, getting you to work longer if you desire, that builds trillions of dollars of value to the GDP. And that's the goal of the health.
Every once in a while, these MAGA guys tell the truth. They pull the curtain away and show the cold, ugly, cruel truth behind MAGA. And ironically, in this video, it's Dr. Oz who's pulling the curtain away, head of Medicare and Medicaid. According to Dr. Oz, my purpose, your purpose in life is to work and work and work to increase the GDP. And that's what healthcare is about, to get you healthy enough to work and work and work to increase the GDP. I've never heard a kid say in response to that question, what do you want to be? Oh, I want to be a cog in the system and work until I die to make billionaires richer. But that's what Dr. Oz wants. That's what MAGA is about. They want you to be healthy as long as you can work. Have a long-term illness that makes it impossible for you to work, they want you gone. Taking care of your sick parents or grandparents instead of working, they don't want you to have health care. When you ask a kid what they want to be, you know what the answers are. Nurse, doctor, teachers, astronaut. When I was 8 years old, I wanted to be an actuary because I heard you did math all day and you made good money. Sounded like an ideal job to me. They don't want to be cogs in the system. They want to pursue their passion. And yeah, they want to be moms and dads and have a healthy work-life balance. People deserve health care because life is a gift and every human being deserves the right to pursue that gift, whether it be in work, family, or just plain having fun. Trump, Dr. Oz, all of the people in charge of MAGA believe that the purpose of healthcare is to feed the GDP machine. And the MAGA working class that supports this are just being chumps.
The suffering that some MAGA Republicans are undergoing at the moment is one I would never wish even to my worst enemy. I believe that Trump is a mistake that we'll have to apologize will be apologizing for the Trump mistake for decades to come, for what he has done to this country. Trump is really destroying everything, really destroying, you know, and laying blame on others. He blames Biden. He blames Obama. Literally, when he can't find a solution, or maybe whenever something bad befalls him, he doesn't take responsibility. He passes on to others. Right? Nowadays, he is blaming China because our farmers don't have markets for soybean farmers, and China didn't place the tariffs. Trump did, right? Nowadays, he is blaming Democrats because the poor Americans don't have access to Medicare, Medicaid, whatever. Democrats don't have control over the government. Today, on the news, 300,000 black women lost their jobs overnight. That is literally kicking out 300,000 people out of middle class. They were shut down from these government jobs. So Trump is really destroying everything this country has trying to build over 250 years, being the country the beacon of democracy in the Western civilization. Trump has destroyed that. Because remember, he didn't hand over power peacefully, which is the essence of democracy, handing over power peacefully. Trump didn't do that. When Trump left office, remember that day, what happened? Our capital was under attack. The center of our democracy was under attack from Maga hypocrites who claim that Democrats love violence. Do we love violence? Tell me in the comment section. So what I usually say is that the silent majority Democrats who don't come out to vote, 45% of Americans above 18 years who haven't registered to vote or who don't vote, you are really complicit in this. You're really complicit in this. And if you have a Democrat friend who says, politics is not my thing, tell him to look around. Politics affects every inch of your life, from education, healthcare, food, your farm, your house, your kids, everything, your kids' future. So what I usually say is let's talk blue, listen blue, vote blue, and until the next video, thank you for your attention to this matter.